Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well at your places and taking the utmost care of yourself. So as we have completed 2 chapters of our syllabus, now we will start chapter number 10, that is organs of the government. So basically this is the civic portion. So first of all, as the title suggests, organs of the government. What is the meaning of organs? We know that the organs are the parts that have performed a specific function, like our body does. जिस तरीके से हमारी बॉडी डिफरेंट बॉडी में डिफरेंट ऑर्गन्स है एंड दे आर असाइंड स्पेसिफिक फंक्शन टू डू इन सेम मैनर गवर्नमेंट हैज organs and they are also assigned a specific function to perform the task, right? So basically the government has 3 organs: legislature, executive, and third is judiciary. I have not written that earlier because in this chapter we will learn about mainly legislature and executive, the main 2 organs. In chapter number 10 we will learn about the legislature and executive. Clear? So basically there is a 3 organs of the government: legislature, executive, and the judiciary. Okay? But in this chapter we will focus on the mainly 2 organs: legislature and executive. Now we all know very well that what kind of function these 3 organs performs. So first of all, legislature makes law. Make laws. What is the work of the executive? So executive implements the law. They implement the law. And judiciary give punishment. Punish who violates the law. Right? So these are the basic function of these 3 organs. First of all, a legislature makes laws. That means the legislature frame the policy or frame the law. Executive implements the framed laws by the legislature, and the judiciary punishes the person who violates the laws. So these are the 3 basic. These are the 3 basic function of these 3 organs. Now we know very well that judiciary, executive, and legislature, executive, and judiciary. These 3 organs have a certain powers that is given by the Indian Constitution, and mainly such powers, if anybody can be misusing the power, that's way the Constitution provision has clearly stated that no a single organ, not a particular organ, can be free or independent except judiciary. In fact, judiciary is also under the control of some of the others. Like, legislature cannot make the laws whatever they want. That's why executive and judiciary holds the control on the legislature. In same way, legislature and judiciary holds the control on the executive. And in same way, legislature and executive controls the hold on the judiciary. Right? So this type of controls and rules and regulations are clearly stated in the Constitution of India. So these are the basic functions. Okay. So let's discuss about in detail about the legislature and executive. So first of all, legislature is divided or bifurcated the power by the Constitution of India at central level and state level, same as done with the executive. Okay, so executive is also divided in the central level and the state level. So first of all, legislature, there is a parliament at the central level and legislative assemblies at the state level. So legislature is divided in the central level as parliament, and at the state level there is a legislative assemblies. In the same way, executive is also divided in 2 parts. That means at 2 levels, central level or state level. So at central level, main executives are president, prime minister, and cabinet of ministers, and then administrative systems. In same way, at the state level, there are at the state level executives are governor, chief minister, cabinet ministers, and their administrative system. So these are the whole bifurcation of power at the different level done by the Constitution of India. Clear? Now we will discuss about the detail about we will discuss about in detail about the first of all the first organ, that is So first organ is legislature. Now we know very well that India has adopted the parliamentary democracy. Now we know very well that democracy has two types, parliamentary and presidential. So India is following parliamentary democracy, and what can we say that the USA is the example of the presidential democracy. So we know very well that India following the parliamentary democracy, the parliament, that means where someone represent the whole of people at somewhere, right? So we know very well that the representation of people at the central level is done at the parliament, and the representation of the people at the state level at state assemblies or legislative assemblies. The parliament can be considered as an apex institute of the country. That can be parliament is considered as an apex institute of the country. Now the parliament consists of let me write this here. Parliament consisting president, then vice president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. So parliament consisting of these four things: president, vice president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So you need to remember this clearly, that parliament consists, I am repeating this again and again because this is very important. Parliament consisting president, vice president and Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Now the legislature has two types. Which are they? So first of all, unicameral and bicameral. So what is the meaning of unicameral legislature and bicameral legislature? So suppose the legislature consisting of one house. So one house consisting can be considered as a unicameral, and the legislature consisting of two houses can be considered as a bicameral legislature. Is it clear? So legislature has two types, unicameral and bicameral. Unicameral means the legislature consisting one house. It can be considered as a unicameral, and the legislature consisting of two houses is considered as a bicameral legislature. Now we know very well that India has a bicameral legislature at parliamentary level because there are two houses of the parliament. Which are they? We know that Lok Sabha is the lower house at parliament at central level, and Rajya Sabha is upper house, right? So this is Lok Sabha is the lower house, and Rajya Sabha is considered as the upper house at central level. Okay, at central level. In the same way, at state level, legislative assembly is considered lower house, and legislative council is considered as upper house at state level. Clear? So you need to remember this, that upper house and lower house at different levels, central level and the state level. In India, many states have a legislative assembly only, but there are some states who are having the legislative council too. The Gujarat state, our Gujarat state does not have a legislative council. We have legislative assembly, and there are 182 members in the Gujarat state legislature. Okay, so which states are having legislative council? Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. So these states are having a legislative council at their state legislature. So I hope you clearly understood what we have discussed today. First of all, we had a discussion about the organs of the government. Then we have discussed about the three types of organs like legislature, executive, and judiciary. We have also studied about their functions. And now we have started the first organ of the government, right? We have discussed about the legislature and unicameral legislature and bicameral legislature. In next lecture, we will move further to the next topic. Okay, I hope you clearly understood what we have discussed today. Still, if you find any kind of doubt, we can sort it out in the live interaction.